Okay, I see a few people bounced out, but oh well, I'm sorry. I can't do anything about this. Stuff happens, so yeah. Okay, perfect. Well, I think we're all set. Okay, cool. So Starlink is up. Very nice. Let me open this back up and we're good to go now. Okay, perfect. All righty, so let's start this all over again, but I won't repeat everything that I said in the beginning. We're just going to hop right into this. Is Wednesday night skill building. Last week was a tough night against the bots, but I just want you guys to remember that it's not always about winning the game, but how you get to the end result. So if you end up with a good hand, you get close to making Mahjong, you have to be proud of what you did. There are going to be times when you have more luck than others. You're going to have days where you're going to have a lot of jokers and pick your tiles in, and other days you're not going to see a joker. It is the way the game goes. Most important thing is that we want to know our direction and where we're headed when we form these hands. Okay. Now, I always talk about the card and how important it is to know the card, not by heart, but know it well enough where once you start looking at your tiles, you're going to be able to see the categories and then even hands under the categories as you get to know them better. I'm going to share my screen. And thank you, Dana, for saying that. Dana said, thank you for doing this while you're on vacation. Well, 3 months is not exactly, it's a little embarrassing to say it's a vacation, but I have been working while I'm away. But thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Let's hop over to I Love Maj and get this going. All right. For those of you that are new this week or haven't been in quite a while, this is where I play on Wednesday nights against the bots. It's also a great platform to come in and also practice your skills against the bots or in the I Love Maj exercise room. Wonderful place to come in and hang out if you really want to get to know the card. This is a great tool, and I mean it. Don't hesitate to come in here and try it out. Under all of my videos in the description on my YouTube channel, MahjCon, there is a link so that you could try it out for 3 weeks. They give an extra week to their affiliates. I'm one of their affiliates. I'm a big supporter of this platform. I think it's just absolutely fabulous. All right, we're going to go ahead and start here with playing with bots. And of course, my thing is not showing start the game, so I have to redo this. I don't know why I did that. And I'm going to go ahead and launch the game here. And we are now at the main screen. This is a place where if you didn't choose your bot level to start with, you could come in and change it. These levels are similar to a beginner, intermediate, and advanced player. So they have intelligence built into their bots. So a beginner level 1 will do things that a beginner player might do that maybe forgets some of the rules, maybe wasn't taught, by an instructor that follows the National Mahjong League rules. Could be a number of things, but they do things that are more usual to a beginner Mahjong player. It's a good place to start because you will win more games because it is an easier game to play when you're playing against another beginner. So you start there, and then once you start feeling really comfortable, move up and challenge yourself to go to the next level. Tonight, I play right in the middle at intermediate. Seems to work out fine. They're still very tough competitors. They do a few things that the advanced players don't do, but pretty much, very similar to advanced. Last thing I want to talk about is if you do come in here to play, we have an auto timer, which is something you would want to practice. If you start with 10 seconds, that's going to let you know the timer starts when you have to make a decision whether you're going to call or discard. There is a pause button, so you're not going to get stuck at, losing your turn. You could just hit the pause button. But it's a good way to practice making quick decisions during the game. I do try as much as possible to point out the different phases of the games and the parts of the game where you can play a lot quicker. And that does also help speed up your game when you don't have to worry from the very beginning about what you're throwing. So for tonight's purpose, I'm going to keep it off so that I don't have to even think about clicking on a pause button, and just say okay here. All right, I'm not going to spend, since we got so much, I don't want to spend too much time with anything else other than always make sure you have the 2024 card checked. I cannot tell you how many posts I see on Facebook where somebody's like, why couldn't I call Mah Jongg? Why was my hand called dead? And they have the wrong card checked here. So please check that. Be sure you've got the right one checked. All right, cool. We're going to start the game. All right, let me just move my little windows out of the way here. And if you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to put it in chat, in Zoom, in YouTube. I'll do my very best to keep an eye on things and mention what your suggestion is, as long as I don't see it too late. All righty. Well, let me close this out now. All right. So I've got everybody are minimized right now, so I don't have anything blocking while this is recording here. All right, so here I am going to sort by suit, which is the way I like to start out sorting my tiles. It just cleans things up, sort of like a filing cabinet that's neatly organized to begin with. But then you're going to need to use the different tiles and move them around from this point. And a good point to start out working with any multiples. Multiples are a strength in your hand, so it's great to start out with any multiples that you have. And having a 6 and 9, a pair of both of those, right away makes me think about two very good possibilities. One would be a consecutive run, 6, 7, 8, 9, or even a consecutive run 5 through 9. And it also makes me think of 3, 6, 9, because 6 and 9, right? So, and this is why I say know the card, because if you do know it enough, you would look at this and you would be able to see that there's some consecutive run potential and 3, 6, 9 potential going on right here with these two pairs. So if I'm going to think about, we'll go backwards a little bit, 3, 6, 9, I'll grab the other threes that I have and move them next to the 3, 6, 9. Then if I were going to be doing a 6, 7, 8, 9, it would have to be all one suit. So I don't have any 7 dots or 8 dots at this point. So that's not going to work. I also don't have any other 5 through 9. So that's not going to work. But what else can we keep as well, just in case we need to do something else? We want to leave as many options and be as open and flexible as we possibly can. Well, I don't even have any other like numbers in 6s or 9s, so that kind of leaves that out. I could possibly keep the 7 and 8 just in case I get 5 dots, and I could do 5, 6, 7, 8. I may not always keep all of the pairs depending on what comes in the Charleston. You just have to wait and see. And let's see if there's anything else that would work out for this. Maybe a possibility of 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Pretty weak there. But what about 2, 4, 6, 8? We've got some of that going on too. Little less obvious because the 9s are there, and we want to try to use those if possible. So 2, 4 crack and 6, 8 dot is the 2 suit pung pung kong kong line 1 on the right side of that category. So that's also a little possibility there. We've got a lot of good options here. I can't keep everything, so I'm going to have to start getting rid of something right now. I think I'm going to, wins aren't really speaking to me right now with this, although I could say, oh, maybe if I keep the north and east, I'll get some more northeast and some runs. That's a possibility too. So I'd have to decide if I want to do that, which might not be a bad idea to see if I get more wins in. I'd have to get rid of maybe the 3s or the 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's see if there's something else I could do here. And just for the heck of it, to see what might happen if I also keep an eye on the wins, 3rd line down, north, south with the consecutive numbers, or east, west with the consecutive numbers. I could do that too. Lots going on, right? I mean, little bits of a lot of stuff, nothing solid and nothing great, but I can do this here. Now, this is a nice pass. It definitely is a nice pass. Let's see if I can make this less nice. No matter what, they're all good. No matter what I pass, it's going to be a nice pass. And the only way I'm going to make it not as nice is if I break up my 7 and 8. And I'm not so sure I want to do that right now. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it. I don't get all hung up about giving someone a good pass, because what are the odds that they're playing with these exact numbers? Not great, could happen, but nonetheless, I want to work on my hand. So I'm going to pass this. Let's see if, okay, good. All righty. So now I got in a 9. And I got in a 4. Now I'm thinking I should have kept the 3s. If I got a 3 dot, I could have done a 3, 6, 9 with the 3s, but they were opposite. But let's see. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and break this up here and keep track. I'm going to keep that 9, and I'll go ahead and do this right now and see what happens. All right, so I did get a 3 in. It's so funny because I was like, oh, wait, I should have kept those. And I did get the 3 back. So right now what I see, and this is why things change so quickly with this game. 3, 6, 9, line number 2, which could be played with either 3s, 6s, or 9s. There's that hand right there forming. I don't have the flowers, so I'm not going to say to myself, that's it. That's the hand. I'm not looking at anything else. We want to get away from putting all of our eggs in one mahjong basket, okay? We've got to keep other options open. So 3, 6, 9, the whole category can be something we can keep our eye in. And also, let's see, I could keep the 7, 8 for 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe a little bit of that. I'm going to keep the north. I don't know that I'm going to get anything in the winds, but I'll keep that for right now. And also, I'm going to keep the green. Oh, no, I'm not going to do that because that 2, 2, 4 is really nice. I mean, they're all really nice, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this. So I'm keeping the green because I also know that there's hands in the 369 category that use dragon. So I'll keep that too as an option right now. Didn't get anything in that will help me with this right now. So we're definitely going to continue the Charleston. I recommend that you don't stop it unless you have one really strong hand. Really strong hand. That's and I've changed my philosophy a little bit about it. If you have 3 tiles to pass, but there's, let's say, a flower, which I don't recommend passing in the Charleston because flowers are a gift. They're in so many hands. Then that to me is a reason to stop it because you don't want to pass a flower. And maybe you don't want to pass a pair. And I don't recommend that either. So that would also be another reason that you could stop it. One great hand with certain exceptions, you stop it. So I'm going to continue. And I'll get rid of this, this, and this. Of course, I haven't gotten anything else in that's going with what I need. I've already given up on 2, 4, 6, 8 pretty much. So I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of that. Oh my, lots of 2s and 4s and 6s and 8s. But I did get a 3. And so that's the hand, line 2, 3, 6, 9, with the pungs of 3s, which could be 3, 6s, or 9s. And there's a lot of 2, 4, 6, 8 circulating, and it doesn't seem like anybody's playing with them. So I think we're going to be in 3, 6, 9 category for sure. I'll break this up maybe this way here. Hopefully I'll get in some other number in 3, 6, one more number there. Oh, I did not. But boy, 2, 4, 6, 8, nobody's playing it. 3 tiles will do. I'll do that. I'll do this. And I think I'll do this. They only want 2. Duh, I can't do 3. Okay, so we'll do the 1 and the 8, and let's see what happens here. Oh, we got one more tile in. So that's the way you do it as far as how you start forming your hands. It's not easy. I'm not going to say it's easy if you're a newer player, but the more you watch these type of events and the more you practice learning the card, the easier it's going to get. Would you look at all of the 2, 4, 6, 8s? Wow. I mean, I could almost say that these are all nice, safe tiles if I were even at the end of the game. Okay, 99 tiles, bottom right-hand side of the screen. It says 99 tiles. If you divide that into 3, 33, 33, 33, begin game, middle game, end game. In the beginning, unless you pick a tile that you need for your hand, you just discard, pick and discard. Okay, don't do it too quickly so you discard a tile you need. We've all done that before. But just remember, there's no thinking this part of the game. Basic skill, basic strategy, and this is the most important of all, if I have to stress something, is get tiles out that are the freshest. A fresh tile is a tile that's not yet on the table, something that maybe you kept during the Charleston and that you ended up not using. Get them out early. The earlier you get out tiles, the harder it is for other people to form their hands. And even if they do call it, sometimes they're forced into calling and exposing early. That's kind of a good thing. And even if they do expose and they have a lot of jokers in their hand, but you're not going to know, better to get it out now than wait till much later and get it out later when their hand is formed. And that point, you're more likely to give Mahjong. So I always look at the discards, even though it's easy to see it on a screen like this. I always look at the tiles on the table and know when something comes in my hand You know, a lot of times I pretty much know to look because it looks like a fresh tile. So just pick. And until I get something in that's going to, you know, help me out, again, I'm going to just get out anything that's not out there. And we have a caller right here. Agata has called the 4 dot early, and that could mean she has a lot of jokers, could mean her hand is really set. Last week, that's what was happening. Or maybe she, you know, doesn't, maybe that's part of the intelligence for the intermediate player that they call earlier than an advanced player would call. So another call early. So I am going to pay attention to my joker exchanges. So make sure when you pick a tile in, you look around the table so you do not accidentally miss a joker. It's, oh my God, jokers are heaven when you need them, right? So I got a flower in, so that's nice because that adds one more tile to that hand, and I don't have any jokers. I could even keep track of a possible singles and pairs hand if I wanted to, because I have the making of it. That would be line number 4. I can keep an eye on it. I don't like to do the singles and pairs when I'm doing skill building because it kind of blocks me into one hand, but we can do a singles and pairs while we have no jokers. Doesn't hurt. And this is now there. I had 2 wins and sent them around. Never saw another. I will not be surprised if this is called, but this is what I want to do. I want to get it out early, especially the wins. All right, didn't call, but that's okay. All right, there's another flower. So actually, singles and pairs line 4 doesn't look all that bad. Another thing is that I was going to keep the green, but with Wes showing the reds up here, that says to me he could be playing line 2 of Winds and Dragons. He could be playing the last hand under Quince, but I doubt it. He wouldn't need the green if so. And if he's playing the 5th hand under Consecutive Run, he wouldn't need that green either. Or 2, 4, 6, 8 line 3, which I doubt because there were so many 2, 4, 6, and 8s in cracks. I don't think he's playing that. He also could be playing a 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 second from the bottom, but it still says to me, you know, get it out. It might be a good idea. So I'm going to do that just to go ahead and play it safe. Well, you know, I hate to do that because I'm going to backtrack here. And I'm thinking out loud, which is what I'm supposed to do for Wednesday night, right? Second hand from the bottom under 3, 6, 9. I'm going to hold it for a little bit. We're at 80 tiles. We're still early in the game. So I can hold on to it for a little bit and I'll get rid of the 1BM. I'm just going to keep an eye on things because you never know. So the 2 dots out, 2 cracks out. I don't want to get rid of the 3. So now I will repeat stuff. And I don't need that for either the second hand from the bottom or the second hand from the top. So ignore. And we'll get this out right away. Somebody did a joker swap already on that 4 dot. All right, so now we have a 4 dot, a pung of 4 dots, 3 like tiles, and a kong of 6 cracks. So what could Agata be playing? She could be playing line 1, 2, 4, 6, 8 on the right side. And interestingly enough, I didn't think anybody was playing 2, 4, 6, 8, right? So that's what she could be playing. She also could be playing 3 dot, 4 dot, 5 crack, 6 crack, which would be the consecutive run, second from the bottom. Both of those hands consist of 2 pungs and 2 pawns. And those hands are all over the card, and they are the easiest hands to make because you don't have to worry about any pairs, any singles. You could call everything, and you could use jokers everywhere. So they're all over. If you look in the different sections, you can do yourself a little exercise and see how many hands you can find with 2 pungs and 2 pawns. All right, so now we have a 5 dot, and this could be Agata's tile. So what would you do if you got the 5 dot? Would you be holding it and starting to get rid of other things that you have? Or would you say, I need to get that out right away if I want a chance at making Mahjong? Well, what I said second is what would apply. So I am going to get it out, whether or not it's her Mahjong. I have no choice. This early in the game, I'm almost into the middle game. That means I still have the middle and the end game to go through. I have a great chance of winning. If I hold it, it's going to make my chances harder. All right, so no call. So maybe she's not playing. She also could be playing 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, both ways. So let's see if she needs this. Nope. Now we have a 9 crack. We have lots of good things going on here. So I am getting, a lot closer to that singles and pairs hand. If I get a 6 bam or a 6, I can't get a 6 crack. I just realized that. Oh my goodness. I had my window covering that. It looked like, all right. Well, anyway, I can't even make that, but it was a nice try. Look at how pretty that's coming in. So ignore. That would have been very nice until Agata stole my glory there with the 6 cracks. Bummer. Okay, so that's good because that definitely helps. And now I have to decide which I'll keep. Well, I'll keep the green because I could still do the second hand from the bottom, potentially, and I could do line 2 with either 3s or 9s, or just not worry about the second from the bottom. And let's talk a little bit about why I might decide to do that. But first, I want to look at the discards. There are no 3s out on the board and no 9s. So either I have a partner who's also playing with 3s and 9s, or they're still in the wall, right? One or the other. If I play this hand, I can call the green, and then I would need a good pick to be able to call the flower. Or I could call the flower, which I almost don't want to do because, again, I don't know what Wes is doing. So if a green went out, I might grab it for that. If I don't play that hand, then I could play with either 3s or 9s, the second hand from the top, get that green out right away. So I'm not playing greens that she's playing. And I'm more flexible being able to pick the 3s or 9s. I could do that. Now, the other hand I have is the third hand from the top, 3, 6, 9, which I'm a little further away from because I would need one more good pick actually, I'm not really that now. I mean, yeah, I'm a little further away from that. So one tile further away. So I could keep an eye on it. But in any event, I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the green. I think I feel better about doing that. Let Wes call it if he needs it, because we're now into the middle game and I definitely want to be able to win. So Oh God, sometimes you just have to take a chance. So let's see what's happening. 2 soaps went out early. So I'm a little bit torn about this as to whether to keep it or not. I really am. Yeah, I think I'll get rid of it. I mean, it's like one of those things. Let's see. All right. So I'm happy that I didn't hold on to it. I am happy. If a green went out and I put it up with a joker, he would have taken it anyway, but then it would have put him in kind of the same situation. But who's gonna mahjong? Agatha or Wes? Come on, guys, give me a chance here, okay? Oh, another flower, and I just got rid of that green. Oh well. Let's see. We don't need it, but I'm going to hold it for just a little tiny bit here. Let's see. I don't want to hold it either. Okay, so what do you do here? Wes is playing, and he needs a hung of soaps to have gone out on the table, and he also needs a Kong of flowers. I might hold it for just a little bit, not too long. Maybe somebody else will discard a flower and put it up, and Wes will call it and put it up with the joker. God, here is a situation where it could benefit if I hold it for a little bit or not. Then I have to give up one of these and lose my flexibility with my 3s and 9s. So I think I'm going to get rid of it. All right, Wes, are you going to call it? Let's see. Oh yeah, that's Carol said he may need he may also be playing the news hand, which means the flower would have been a pair too. So he could be, and we didn't see many news wins out there. So now he didn't call that. So that's a very good possibility, Carol. And yeah, that's right. Second hand from the bottom wins in dragons. Definitely. So now my decision is made. I'm getting rid of the 9s. I'm keeping the 3s. And now I'm in a decent position to be able to call the 3 bam or the 3 crack. And let's see how this goes with me getting out 2 tiles. In the middle game, you still don't have to worry about it. You got to get them out. So, okay, I don't need that. And I don't need that for that second hand. Well, you see how, it's pretty predictable. We didn't see those winds going around. So, okay, so now this will be the 4 soap. So, Carol, you're 100% right. Second hand from the bottom is what he's doing. Now I have to, let's see, is there any, wow. One more west. I wonder if he has it or not. All right, let me look and see how many norths are out. 1, 2 norths, 1 south, 2 souths. I'm just keeping an eye because I want to, west could go dead on this hand, so we'll see. All right, so 7 bam or the 9 bam. I'm looking around. There's a 7 bam out. I don't see a 9 bam. So I'm going to get the 9 bam out. That means more of a priority because it's not out there. That's why we get it out. There's the proof right there. So if one more north goes out, Wes is pretty dead. Because I mean, I guess he could be playing with all jokers for line 2 and have a bunch of flowers. So I can't call him dead if he could make a hand. Look at that. Wes, may I please have your joker? Okay. And we'll get this out. And now I am set to Maj. I'm ready or on call. Well, you'll hear any three of those things said depending on what part of the country. And we'll go there. Oh, yeah. Oh, Carol said he could also be playing nines with dragons. That's absolutely right as well. That's right. So there's several hands he could be playing. We'll find out. So it doesn't look like Wes is playing 4 or 5. I mean, 2, 4, 6, 8. All righty. 8 dots, 2 are out. So I don't think Joe is playing with 8 dots, but you never know. 8 cracks are out. Wow. What is Joe playing? We've got 1, 2, 3 8 cracks out. It's either 8 cracks or 8 dots. He's playing that third hand down. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, no, there's 3 8 dots out too. Oh my goodness. We got his hand mucked up. With 6s. There's a 6 there. There's a 6 there. Okay. So now we're in the end game. I'm going to pay a lot more attention, but I am set to Maj. So I'm not going to break my hand up at this point. If somebody puts up 3 exposures and I pick a tile that is an obvious Mah Jongg tile, maybe then I will. But at this point, I still have lots of picks left, a lot of chances to make Maj. And this is that is a hot tile if he's playing news. And that's the 4th one. So if he is playing that hand, he's going to Maj, but I'm going to get it out. All right. So he's dead for that hand. So which other hands is he playing? The 4th hand, like Carol said, in 3, 6, 9, or the 2nd hand from the bottom in Winds and Dragons? One of those 2, maybe. We'll see. How many 5 dots are there? Out. There's a few, because this could be 4, 5, 6, 7, but there's also how many 7 cracks? I doubt it, but you never know. Well, okay. So he was playing the 3s with dragons and the greens, and the BAM. So the cracks with the reds and the greens. That is line number 4 under 3, 6, 9. And good job, Carol. I was really focused on that other hand, but good job there in catching that.
Yeah.
Okay, so, when you look at this hand that I have here, when you look at the hand that I was playing and you see how nicely it came in, you should be very pleased that you got to this point. Somebody else beat you to it. There's nothing you could do. And look who my partner was. Wes was playing 3 cracks and 3 BAMs. So that made it even harder for my hand to come in. I would have had to pick a joker or do a joker exchange to make that. So you could see, although there was one more 3 crack somewhere in the wall. Let's see. There it is, way down there. Oh my goodness. And another joker. All right, well, let's do it again. Okay, all right, Phyllis, I hope you worked your chat thing out. All righty, here we go. Sort by suit. and look to see if we have any multiples. I always leave my flowers here. I don't get rid of flowers until I'm really sure. I usually put my winds and dragons to the right, but my reds are my pair. So I'm going to leave them there. And I'm going to leave the other dragon there because I already have two. Why not? And then I'm going to look to see what else I could make of these tiles. I do have 2 4s, so that's 2 like numbers. So that's a potential. There's only 3 hands under like numbers, so you should really know those really well without even having to look at the card. There's only 3 of them. So I'll keep those, and let's see what else I might want to keep here to, well, I might as well keep the west and the south to potentially play a dragon hand and one with the news. I don't know. I'm not going to commit to anything, but I know that hand is there, second from the bottom for winds and dragons. So that's a nice little bit here for me to keep track of right now. I got a good amount of stuff. I mean, there's other things I could make out of the 3 and the 9. Maybe I'll keep the 3 just because it's a consecutive with the 4, and I do know that there is a hand 3 4 5 6 or 1 2 3 4 with the opposite dragons. Well, maybe I'll keep that. Why not? If I can. But again, I could make pieces of a lot of little hands. It's just what makes sense. I'm going to get rid of these. I picked a 3. So, you know, I kept that 3, not thinking I was going to get it, but I did pick it. And I do have the north now. Well, I know I'm going to get rid of the 7. So what am I going to do? Help! This is really crazy, right? So I keep the 3 and the reds. I know I could do 1 2 3 4, 2 3 4 5, 3 4 5 6, any combination of 4 numbers in a row. That's pretty cool. I would love to be able to keep these here. And I have to choose between something. This one needs a single plus a pair of flowers. The consecutive one with the opposite dragon, line number 2, it needs 2 singles. I mean, 2 pairs, the beginning and the end of the run. They're both hard hands. What am I going to do here? I mean, I have to pass something. That kind of like, ugh. The only reason I would pick this one is because I have more elements of it. I have more pieces of the hands. Whereas the other one, I'm missing 2 numbers in the run. So, and it doesn't mean I have to play that hand. I could also end up playing another winds and dragons. Now, I could keep the pair, but if I get some tiles in that I need, I could break up the pair on the first left, but then I have to give the pair on the second left to the same person, which I don't love to do. Again, do we know if they're going to keep the 3? No, but then there'll be a pair of 3s out there. I think I'm going to kind of see what happens here. I'm going to kind of go for that second hand from the bottom right now. See how it goes. Yeah, it's no matter what, it's a risk. Well, I got a west, which I don't need. All right, let's see. I'll get rid of it. I will get rid of it. Okay, nothing here came in that I wanted, that I'm wanting to keep. So I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of those. I got a West, oh, God, and another 7 is out there, but I'm still going to keep these just in case that 4 comes back, or the 3 rather. Oh, I got a 5, so I'll keep all that right now since I can, because we're on a blind pass. This is when blind passes really come in handy, unbelievably handy. So we'll definitely hold on to those for that potential run that I was talking about, second hand from the top. Oh, I got it back. How do you like that? So now I'm going to do 1 tile. In person, nobody would pass me 1 tile because they would be like, oh, she's got really good tiles. I don't want to take a chance and give her 1 more. So they would say, no, thank you. But the computer will take my 1 tile. I'm going to take it and I'm going to do it. All right, give me 1 second. I got to plug in my tablet. I just saw that was losing power. Ah, just in the nick of time. Okay, so here's where I can play rather quickly until we have to make some decision. Don't have to make, oh, that's nice. Don't have to make a decision until we run out of discards, which we will be doing right now. So if I get in a tile that leads me to the consecutive run with the opposite dragons, it might be that direction I'm going. If I get the east in or another flower, maybe that'll make my decision. Let's just see what happens. 1 flower. Ooh, no jokers either. And I remember, oh, it's up there already. I was going to say, I remember having a 4 bam. So just picking, discarding. Don't worry, I'm not worrying about much right now. I don't know what Wes is doing. Nobody else has exposures. Just pick and discard. Another flower. That's 5 flowers out. 3 more left for me to get 1 more if I want to do that second from the bottom hand. All right, so there's 1 east. I have 3 more chances to get that east. All right, and there's 1 green. That tells me I've got to have 1 joker in that Kong for that second hand from the bottom. These are the things I think about because they will go into my decision making. There's a second east, 2 more chances. But you see how it's nice? I don't have to think much right now, right? All right. Now that's going to make 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 more chance to get a flower. Okay. So now I have to make a pretty tough decision. I know that there's 4 flowers here. There are 2 out. That's 6. I have the 7th one. What are the chances I'm going to get that flower? Very slim. There is a chance, but it's not huge. So the easier of the hands for me would be to do this one, but I would have to worry a lot about, so 3, 4, 5, 6. I have to worry about a pair. If I start with the 3, I need a pair of 4s. I need, and then 3, 4, 5, and 6. I have no 6s, and that would be the pair if I did it in that order. That is really tough. That is so tough. Kind of a bummer. Not that I can't. It's early. It's 51 tiles. We're in the middle game now. But I have to get an east and I have to get a flower, and it is a riskier hand. So I'm going to give up on that hand. I have a slight chance of a same suit run with 3, 4, 5, but then again, I also need the pair, but I don't need the single. So that's why I'm going to switch over and hope that I get 2 dots, 6 dots. None are out. Probably have a partner, but that's pretty much my hope right now. I don't see anything else that would really work. And I know my husband would be yelling if he saw me that something was popping out at him. But all right, so I'm going to go ahead and start dumping the wins, which I hate to do, but I have to. Oh my God. Do you believe that? Then I would have had to get rid of all those tiles there. So I'm okay. There it is, last flower. Now I know I have a very safe tile, and safe tiles are great to hold till the very end. So we could do a double check. 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the safest tile right now in my hand. There are no singles anywhere. Yeah, you're right, Linda. The 6 dot would be a pair if I'm doing 3, 4, 5, 6. Tough, very tough. If I'm doing 1, 2, 3, I don't know. We'll just see what comes in. I have a long shot here. This hand is challenging right now. I'm going to get rid of all these wins. Okay, so I have 4 crack, 1 BM, 3 BM. Giving this a little look. There's a 1 BM here early. There's a 3 BM early on. And what about a 4 crack? 4 crack early. So I'm going to start getting rid of these. On the computer, I could see one out earliest, but you can't on a regular table. So I'll take advantage of it and do that. All right, so we have 8 BMs up, a Kong with no jokers. And we got a green. That hand could be played with reds or greens. There is 1 green out. It's still tough here. This is the kind of game that I prefer to be a wall game if possible. Now, 6 cracks, are they out? I don't remember hearing of 6 crack. 0 out. We're just into the end game, no exposures. I don't know what anybody needs, so I'm not going to be throwing an obviously hot tile to somebody at this point, although it's a hot tile somewhat because nobody, there are none out. What are my chances of making Mahjong? Not great, but it's still early. I could start picking some jokers in and dots, and I'm going to take a chance. All right, so we've got a call here, and that would be probably line 2, 2, 4 in dots. Oh, there goes my 2s and 4s. And 4, 6 in cracks with the Kong of 8. Oh, that's my partner right there with my 2s and 4s anyway. All right, well, and guess what? I now have another hot tile right here. So, we're getting pretty, okay, and that was called. There goes a 5 dot that I can't call right now because I only have one joker and it's a pair if it's 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm not calling it. Okay, now I either take a chance with the 4 crack or I just play defensively. Let's see. What do I want to do here? Do I want to take a chance? Yeah, he could be playing 5, 6, 7, 8. You're absolutely right. Yes, I know Agata needs 2. She's playing 2, 4 dots, 4, 6, and 8. And so, yes, Carol, Agata does need the 4 crack. That's why I'm wondering what I should do here. Should I take a chance? It's only a game and it's kind of fun. Go for it. I'm so far away though, and I have a competitor with my 4s and 5s. But it would be fun because I also could, there's 2, 3 soaps out. What are my chances that I could even think about the second hand down under Winds and Dragons? Or, yeah, I can't do the 3, 6, 9 with the matching dragons. No go. Oh, golly, do I take a chance? My husband says take a chance. I'm going to take a chance. Yep. Carol, you got that hand right. That's exactly what she's playing. But if I don't throw it now, if I have to break up my hand if I don't throw it now. That's the whole thing completely. So maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll just wait. Maybe somebody else will throw the 4 crack. My husband's calling me a chicken. I don't know. I'm so far away in actuality to a hand. So I think I'm going to really think about just playing defensively right now. What? I am, but look, Agata has my tiles. I have a partner. So you said she could be playing 5, 6, 7, 8. How many 5s are out? None. None. I'm going to get rid of the greens. That's a safety. Oh, there's a 5 dot again. I can't call it. I could, but then I'd have to be forced to discard something that somebody needs. So I'm just going to ignore. And now I am definitely going to be playing defensively here. So safest tiles that I have. Let's see how many 7 cracks are out. Early 2, 1, 2, I think 3. Okay, so this should be pretty safe. Of course, my jokers are the safest. Oh, there goes the 5 crack. I don't think she's going to call it. Okay, I'll throw the jokers next. Oh, look at that. And that was Joe, who had no exposures up. 2, 4, 6, 8. So I had competitors and 2 players had my dots. That's why I never saw them in the game, and they were not discarded. What? Well, we didn't know that before. If Agatha was playing 2, 4, 4, 6, 8, she would have been playing, that would be the second hand down. The 2s and 4s would have been dots. It ended up that she was playing 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's her tiles that I held on to there at the end. Oh, at the very end, look at how many tiles are left. It was so close to a wall game. Wow. And look where the other red and the other 2 dragons there. Oh my goodness. And a 2 and 4 dot. Isn't that funny? All right. Well, that was not in the stars. Tough, but there was potential, but it just didn't come in really good. And Wes was playing 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, line 5, and he broke up his hands. And Joe, of course, won with 2, 4, 6, 8, which is line 1 on the left side, pung, pung, kong, kong, and 5, 6, 7, 8 for Agatha, which is the consecutive run. Second from the bottom on the right side. Yeah, that was a tough hand. All right, let's see if we have any more fun here. Well, I have a pair of flowers. Pretty cool. I also have a pair of West, and I'm going to try and work off of those babies right now. With a pair of 1s, I could do a mini run, 1, 2. I could do like numbers and hold the north and think about the bottom, any like numbers with news. And if that's the case, this is a very pretty pass. Or I could also do 1. I mean, there's a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4 going on here, but I'm not going to do that. Let's see what else I might want to keep. 1, 3, 3, 5. I mean, I've got runs. I've got a little bit in 1, 3, 3, 5. I could play it either way. But I think I'm going to do this. Yep, it's a pretty pass, but I think I'm going to do that. All right, so I got another West. So the 1, 2 is kind of looking nice. I need East, of course, and I don't need flowers for that. But the like numbers, still tough. I got to pass 3 across. What am I going to do here? If I didn't have those flowers, either if I get rid of, I might just break up 1 West because that's a pung. If for any reason I do change to that hand, I could always call it if I have 2. I think I'm going to keep an eye on like numbers right now. It could be like numbers line 1 or 3 at this point. So I'll do this. And I got another 1. So that broadens my ability for like numbers. I think I'm going to have to start thinking about like numbers category. I am. And I'm going to continue. All right, I got 1 more tile in for that. And now I can do this. Okay. And if I want to keep the 2 just for the heck of it, in case I start picking it, I don't know. It's probably going to be a like numbers hand though. So I can, if I maximize what I need, but 2, 3, 4, that's too good a pass. I mean, I don't know. Again, you can't worry about it all. All right, I'm going to do, I think I'll do 3 here. Maybe I'll get another 1. No, but at least I have direction, and I will These not, I mean, these nines, they're all fresh tiles. These 9s and 7, I got in at the very end. I don't remember seeing those at all. So I just dumped any of these. They were left at the end of the Charleston. Sometimes I think people are forced to have to give up a tile. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm just going to dump the ones that I got in last first. Look at that. Okay. All right. Now I need jokers and ones. And looking at the board, I don't see 2 cracks. Yes, I do. So I don't see 8 bam, so I'll do that one. And I don't see the 6 crack. I do, so I'll do the 2. So now I'll be repeating, because now, unless I pick a totally fresh one. All right, so we've got a Kong of 5 dots with a joker exchange available. And 2 greens were out, so I'll make these a little bit more of a priority. All right, so 1, 3, 3, 5, or 3, 4, 5, 6. Both are pung, pung, kong, kong hands. Is there anything else I'm missing that he could be playing? I don't. 2, 3, 4, 5, or 3, 4, 5, 6, or 1, 3, 3, 5. Okay, all of those are pung, kong, pung, kong. We're too early to say, but I'll get the 2 out in case he's playing 2, 3, 4, 5, or she. Ooh, that's tough. I would love to call it, but I hate to give up my 1 joker this early on. So, ooh, that's a tough one. So I'll wait till the next one. Hopefully it's not at the very end of the wall. Oh, ooh, ooh. Not, oh no, he is playing 1, 3, 3, 5. That really messes me up, doesn't it? But I'll grab the jokers for sure. So in case I want to switch them over to the 1 bams and stuff, we'll see. May I have your jokers, Agata? Maybe I'll get luckier with the 1s. We'll see. All right, so it's 1, 3, 3, 5. Got her number. Now we just have to figure out if we get the 4 dot, whether we're going to take a chance. Fresh. That was a very safe tile. OMG. OMG. This is not what I wanted to get right now. 66 tiles left. We just started the middle game. Okay. I don't know how many of you play with the table rule that if you throw to 3 exposures, you have to pay for the table, right? Well, I don't have to pay for the table, but I'm going to have a ding on my points. So.
Debbie, that's not what you need. She needs a 3 dot.
Oh, shoot. You're right, Phyllis. I was thinking 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are absolutely right. She does not need the 4 dot. I don't know why I was fixated on 4. Thank you so much for unmuting. Okay, so 4 dot goes. No problem here. I was really fixated on 4 dots for some reason. Okay. All right, so that was a fresh, fresh tile. So that's good reason to get it out. Now here goes a 1 dot, and it's the first one up. I don't want to call it and put it up with 2 jokers. I just don't want to do that. So this is one of those situations where I will not call that 1 dot right now. The second one, maybe. I would even rather the third one if I don't pick up any more jokers, but I'm not going to call that right now and put it up with 2 jokers. So I'm going to say ignore. Boo-hoo, because I wanted it. Oh, let's see. I'm going to do the East first, but just because you just never know when someone's playing East, even when you have one. It's crazy, but it's true. Oh, I didn't give it. She picked it on her own. 1335. Okay. Yeah. I don't know why I was like fixated that it was 2-3. 1-2-3-4. Oh my God. Crazy. I am blonde sometimes. Okay. Well, that was a quick, early, nice win for Agata. That's the pung pung kong kong. Second hand down on left side, and consecutive run line 1 for West, 1 through 5. Coming in nice. And then Joe was playing East West with 7/8, far, far from getting his hand set up. So let's do this again. I know we got started late because of the technical difficulty, so we'll continue for a little bit more. All right, sort by suit, 2 jokers. Always nice to start out with a couple of jokers, but I don't have any pairs at all. So now I have to just figure out what I'm going to do and what I'm going to play with. I do have an East and a West, so I might just keep some runs, potentials that I have. For East West with 4-5 or 5-6 might be nice. What else might be nice? Maybe I'll keep the 6 and 8 since I do have a 4 dot, 6 crack and 8 crack. So that could be 2, 4, 6, 8 something. I'll keep the red. I think I'll do this. Oh boy, if I had kept those 1s and 2s, see? Sometimes it doesn't work out the way you go, but I'm not going to like break everything up now. Let's see what I can do here. All right, so we've got some 4s and like numbers, maybe the bottom concealed hands. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8 could be a possibility. Do I keep those? I better keep that. 4, 5, 5, 6. This is a toughie because I kind of want to keep this too for the like numbers. Let's see how this looks. First Charleston I could do, I mean the first left I could do a blind pass. Maybe I'll do that to see if anything else comes in that gives me any clarity. But then again, I don't want to get rid of this either. No, but we are going to continue. Oh, let's see, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. Oh my God. I'm going to do that. All right, I didn't get any wins in. Question is, I even have this 4, 5, 4, 5, 6 hand, which is that bottom hand, but it doesn't use any flowers. Woo! 3, 4, 5. This is a toughie. I know I can get rid of this. Not one pair came in. So 5, 4, 5. Not one pair came in. And not another dragon. I'm going to do this. I am like really torn. Not any of those. This is another tough one, this hand. Those ones came back to me. I'm going to pass them out again. Oh, interesting. Very, very interesting. 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. I've got a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I'm just gonna have to wait to see what I pick in. Yeah, I mean, I've got 3, 4, 5s and different combinations thereof, but we'll see. Four, 5, 4, 5, 6. Oh my God, I've got so many different things going on. I think I'm going to keep all these 3, 4, 5, 6 things right now because that gives me a lot of flexibility. I don't have one pair of anything at this point. Not fun. But I do have a lot of run stuff here, and that's what I'm going to have to go with at this point. Maybe I'll do the green first. That's a good reason not to play the greens. Oh my God, more 6s. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. I don't think I need that 6, but I'm going to go ahead and start getting rid of these. See, I'm not going to call anything at this point because my hand's not even like coming in with anything. I need to get a couple of more duplicates of stuff. So, I mean, I do have like numbers with 4s right now, and a 4 dot went out already. So I have to consider that. There's another 4 bam. I'm not ready to commit to anything. 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 dot, 4 dot, 5 crack, 6 crack, or 5 dot, 6 dot. Let me just see. 3, 4, 5. No matter how I do it, 3 crack, 4 dot would have to be 5 bam if I kept it for 3, 4, 5. Wow. 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4. Okay, and then 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just trying to figure out my best option for what I should dump. I don't want to get rid of the 4 at this point, although there's a 4 bam out and a 4 dot out. Oh, this is really challenging. 7 dot available for exchange. There's a 6 dot. Again, I'm just not formed enough to be calling anything. Don't need that. I mean, I could need it in a million different ways, honestly. There's a 4 crack. So again, my hand is just not formed enough. Two, three, four, 5, and 5. It's another possibility. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5. Keep all the 4s. Oh my goodness. Okay. This is not a fun position here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Put me in the same sort of thing. I don't need that. All right, there's another 4 crack. See? I mean, that's why you get those tiles out early. They were getting the tiles out that I really want to be picking, and it's too early for me to make a decision. So that makes it challenging. It's making it harder for my hand to form. All right, so 9s with the greens. So 3, 6, 9, 9s with reds and 9s with greens, or 5, 7, 7, 9 with the opposite dragon. Second from the bottom. Or what else? I think it could be no, it can't be the run. I think that's those 2 hands. Carol will tell me if I'm missing something though, right, Carol? Okay. So I want to keep the like numbers with 4s. Maybe I'll get some 5s. So I'm thinking right now, and this is really a far stretch, but 2 flower, 2, 3, 4 singles, 5 and 5. If I get another couple 5s or I get another flower, it might be a possibility. And then I want to keep my 4 dots for line 1, any like numbers. I mean, those are the only 2 things that I think could possibly be smart. The other hand I was thinking of was the bottom concealed consecutive run hand. And now that I have 2 flowers, it doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to try for these. Of course, I don't need that now, but I got it. How many 3 cracks? Did any go out? None went out. I'll save it for 2, 3, 4, 5, just as a backup, but then I wouldn't use my flowers. So let's see if there's anything. Or 3 crack 4.5, bam, consecutive run. That could be another backup right now. Let's see what happens. 3 crack, 4 crack, okay. And ignore. Nice. Oh my God. What a night. Agata was playing with the 9s and the matching dragons. Line number 4 under 3, 6, 9. Good job, Agata. And then Joe, north and south with 1s and 2s, coming in fairly nice. West, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, line 5. Yeah, no, I was thinking exactly what she was playing, or the second from the bottom, 5, 7, 7, 9 with the opposite dragons. That's what I was thinking of. Okay, anyway, we'll do one more game. Maybe I could get one more win in. Help me, please. All right, 1 joker, 2 west. I do have a pair of 8s, and I also have 2, 4, 6, 8 right there. So I would keep all that because there's 2, 4, 6, 8 going on right there. It's pretty nice. And if I'm going to keep 2, 4, 6, 8, I might as well keep all the 2, 4, 6, 8 category. Now, if I get Easton and I get 7 in another suit, maybe east west with the consecutive numbers, or a 9 in another suit. Now I do have a lot of 1, 3, 3, 5s going on here, but you know, I can't play everything, right? So I think I'm going to do this. Not what I wanted to get. Okay. I got another 8. And I got a pair of 3s, and 3s and 8s do not have a great friendship. So that's not going to help me. I'm going to break that up, and I'm going to try not to pass it out if I can help it. So we'll see what happens. Got another 8. Wow. Crazy. I think I'm going to have to do this right here and continue. I hate to get rid of those West. I'm not really seeing a lot of wins this time around, huh? I got another 4, and I got a wind. But now I have to really make a decision. So I guess I could keep the bottom like numbers hand as an option and keep the 2, 4, 6, 8 hand. Let's see what I could be doing. We've got several hands with one suit. It could be 2, 4, 6, 8 with the 2 suits. Let's see, 6. Maybe the bottom 2, 4, 6, 8 concealed hand, but then again, I have the wrong other pair there. So got another 2. So 2, 4, 6, possibly that bottom concealed hand. We'll see. I don't think winds are in my picture at all. So I don't even know if there's a reason for me to keep them, to be honest with you. But I might do that just for that bottom hand. All right, I'll do 2. And here we go. See what happens. I have 1 joker and not a lot of it. Oh, we got that 2 bam right away being called there. 2 flowers right out the door. I got another 6. If I did get the 8 bams, that would be really nice, but I need flowers too for that bottom concealed hand. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, line number 1. I can call that 4 dot right now. Whether I play, actually that would be the only hand, but I can call it, and I don't have to worry about any jokers at this point, and I only need 1 more good pick to call the 8 dot or the 6 dot. So I'm going to call it. This is early, but this is a case where nobody's going to know what I'm playing. Could be playing a lot of things, and I don't have to put up a joker. So I'm going to go ahead and call it for a pun. And I'm pretty much committing to line 1 on the left side. Yeah. Where those flowers weren't in my star. Wes, may I please have your joker? Thank you so much. Now, My hand is very well formed. And I have 2 8 cracks, which is nice. If anybody's using them, maybe they'll call one, put it up with a joker, and I get to do a little joker bait. Now we have a 6 crack with a joker available. Ooh. So it looks like the consecutive, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 with the opposite dragons, line 2, consecutive run. Okay, yep. All right, I'll call that for a pung as well. And now people are gonna know, or the bots, not really people, for a pung. Now I just get all the freshest tiles out, which I don't have much choice right now to get everything out, so. This is the kind of hand where you say, oh, I should make it. Is there a guarantee I'll make it? No. Are you going to call this, Agatha? Okay. See, there are some things that are predictable. May I have your joker, please, Wes? Thank you. Now I am set on a joker exchange, a pick of a joker, a call of a 6 dot, 8 dot, or picking either of those. So I have like a lot of ways to make this hand. And there we go. All right, well, this is a great way to end the night. So let's see what Joe was playing. 9s with the matching dragons, and he was pretty far from anything. And then Wes was playing consecutive run line 2. Oh, he was really coming in nice. And then consecutive run line 7 for Agatha, still kind of far from anything. That's the deal, but I did win 2 games. I'm not really sure why it's showing only 1 there. There might be some reason. I will find out. I can let you guys know next week. And it was so much fun. Thank you guys for joining in, and really thank you so much. Let me stop sharing so I can see your faces. So much fun tonight. And again, thank you. I appreciate you being patient through the technology issue while I'm parked here at Walmart. I can't believe my husband pulled it together by setting up our Starlink outside of our motorhome. That's crazy. Thank you, Randy. Really, really, really. And thanks everybody on YouTube for watching. I really appreciate everybody's support. It was a tough night, but I'm happy if I just win once, even if it's a whole day and I win once. Kind of nice. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves, and I will see you again next Wednesday if I don't see you on Monday night. All righty? Till then, practice, 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 and be well, everybody. Bye-bye.